listening. She knows the notes, but they don't call your name. She bends like she's trying to hold on to. She felt it, baby. She already knew. Some goodbyes ain't lies. They just stop showing up. You didn't walk out. You just stopped showing up. Long before you saw the heart came first. Then the silence I heard. So don't feel bad for what you didn't do. You didn't have to break. I already knew. You said goodbye like a man, like walking away, still left something there. Love don't live in broken sweat. Hearts don't hold hearts away. You called it mercy, I called it pain. A soft kind of ending that still ain't a ton. But if this was love, then it came along. Just leaving on that, I can't Then raise your voice and just let it go. Set it all without a lie. Baby, I miss the sound. You still kiss me, but your eyes look away. You stop saying we, and start talking someday. It was love slipping out all the time. Baby, I miss the sound. I should have known the way you hold your breath from the quiet that crept in when we had love. You didn't need to draw the line, baby. I miss the sound. The ceiling heavy in my hands, playing blues. She barely understands. She weeps where I used to shine, but she knows I miss the sound. Now I see it all black and blue. What you couldn't say about anything. Now the truth don't whisper, it rings at night like thunder from a broken heart. But it's too late to rewind. 'Cause baby, I miss the sound. You said I'm fine, but your hands let go. You start a lot stronger, but your heart felt gold. I played along, blind and kind, but now I see it's too late to rewind. We danced around what we wouldn't say. Hoping time might look the other way. I miss the truth. Line by line, and now it's gone. Too late to rewind. Too late to take back the things we did. Too late for the words we never spoke. We can play that song, but in your mind, it's gone, baby. tap soft on my window pane. Every drop whispers your name. The clock ticks slow, but my heart runs fast. Living in a moment that's already past. I'm thinking of you when the world turns gray. In the quiet night, every breath I take pulls me back to you. I'm lost in a dream of coffee's cold, but I don't care. Your ghost is seated in the empty chair. A smile in the shadows, a laugh in the air. I reach for you, but there's nothing there. I'm thinking of you when the stars don't shine, when the hours stretch and I'm lost in time. Every tear that falls paints your face anew. No canvas of love every breath I take pulls me back to you. I'm lost in the dream of what I was just a boy with nowhere left to go. I was just a boy with nowhere left to go. They buried my brother, didn't ask him. Dust in my throat, no tears left to cry. Dust in my throat, no tears left to cry. The earth swallowed mercy, left me lost in the world. They said I ain't got nothing to do. This story's true. But I was alone. I was looking right at you. Breathing like a ghost. So if you see a shadow, don't ask questions, don't explain, just hold it like an album called Coming Your Way. Now
Presenting two contemporary artists, one an outstanding sax player, Kenny G. The other, a Grammy-nominated singer, Michael Bolton.
چشمم پیلیسه و چشمم قرنیش پاره شده نمیبینم و موتور زد پام اتباع فرار کرد موتوریه.
Iran is one of the most misunderstood countries on earth.
How did that get in there? Oh, Mom. Let's see, where was I, man? I'm trying to get back to that song and see what's next. Oh, here we go. Prisoner of the Hollow.
misty eye of the mountain below. Keep careful watch of my brother's souls. And should the sky be filled with fire and smoke, keep watching over during sun. This is to end in fire, and we shall all burn together. Watch the flames climb high into the night, calling out Father. Stand by and
I'll be with y'all in just a few moments, and I'll acknowledge you. Say hello to everybody. Just let me get past the peak here. Thank y'all for tuning in.
And if we should die tonight, we should all die together. Raise a glass of wine for the last time, calling out Father. Prepare as we go, watch the flames burn. There's so much in the see fire inside the mountain. I see fire burning the trees. I see fire.
Okay, let me see who's all here. I thank y'all for tuning in. Let's see, it don't look like too many's in here. Tony, thank you. XOXO Izzy said hi, thank you, bud. Flavia Senor, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless y'all.
The clock stopped ticking when you slammed that door. The silence is louder than it ever was before. Every shadow on the wall looks like you're walking in slow. Whiskey don't hit like it used to do. It just burns on the way down, like my memories of you. And this house is a prison since love turned cold and cruel. Rain soaks the soul like the tears that I show. I smile for the mirror, but that man don't belong. You left me in pieces where your love used to grow. Reach for the cover, but they fall like snow. It's so bad that you keep lying with ghosts in the hallway, chilling my bones. Rain soaks the soul on the hero. It keeps pouring inside me. No longer control. You took all the sunshine. Now I just play this role. So let the sky keep crying. It's making my pain. 'Cause when love walks away, even daylight feels like I lit a cigarette just to watch it fade, like the way you loved me, then slowly walked away. I should have said I'm sorry, but pride got in the way. I hear your voice in the thunder, soft as a bird. Now I'm standing at about you're feeling down. Then you ghost me in the morning, like you skipped right out of town. Now if you want my love, and darling, you better keep your feet on the ground. You say you need a good man, one who treats you right. But every time I come around, you disappear into the night. If you're gonna play that game, baby, just keep your lies tight. Say what you mean what you say. Let me get some sense and disappear. I ain't got time for your in and out play. Say what you mean, just walk away. Now I ain't begging for attention. I got options of my own. But when you look me in the eye, I forget I'm not alone. Still I won't be left alone while you're glued to your phone. I've been good to you, baby. Kept it silent and strong. But I ain't standing in this fire just to prove you wrong. Say what you mean what you do. Don't go talking shit, you're gonna cut me loose. You got one more chance to be honest and true. Say what you mean, baby. I'm too old for the drama, too wise for the game. So speak it straight, honey, or stop calling my name. It's midnight on my mind. Can't shake these lonesome blues. The shadows on my wall, and I'm haunted by the truth. You left me with a whisper, a suitcase full of pain. Now I'm walking through the thunder, just trying to find my name. Oh, the river keeps on Well, I feel so bad. Last night I dreamed about my baby. I woke up, tears were running down my face. Then I woke up, and it's
That song's older than me, I believe. I really do believe that. I think it came out before I was born. But that doesn't mean it's not a good song. A lot of people like it. Here's one that's a little later in years that a lot of people like, especially in the 70s. because I'm getting really tired. I think I better do a few songs that I know people really like a lot before I shut it off tonight. Now I'm seeing all kinds of good songs that I want to play, but I know there's a few that just about everybody likes, so because I'm getting tired and sleepy, I'm finding it hard to kind of hold my eyes open. I better go ahead and play just a few classics that I know everybody likes, and one of them is a song that more people on YouTube have tried to sing it, just like the author himself. It's the one song that when I'm playing in my van on side the road, and they can hear me a block away, that police officers show up and they request that I play this one song. Especially up in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. And that is the song titled Tennessee Whiskey. That is one song that boy, now I'm seeing all kinds of songs. I wish I would have started at the bottom and headed back instead of the top and coming down. That way you would have heard a lot of new songs that you've never heard me play before. Okay, let me type it in because, boy, I'm having time keeping my eyes open. I've got a fan blowing on me. I'm going to have to go shut it off because it's making my eyes dry, and I'm going to have to put some eye drops in my eyes. Oh, here's one by Maria Carey, My All. I want to play that before I shut off tonight, but let me get to Tennessee Whiskey. Come on now, Tennessee Whiskey, let me type it in. Oh, boy. Tennessee TN, there it is, Tennessee Whiskey. Okay, here we go, but before it plays, let me turn this fan off. It's blowing right in my face and it's drying my eyes out like crazy. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Oh, a bunch more have tuned in since I checked a while ago. Okay, we've got one. Harley Quinn, thank you so much. Hello, my friend, the great one. He says, heck yeah, Joe. Okay. Rot Sif said hi. Pew Rocker said hi. Hello, my friend. Thank y'all for tuning in. Let me, I haven't played music for the last 2 or 3 days, and it feels good to play again. When I'm not playing music, I do artwork, and here's what I've been working on. I saw this picture of the bird at a fair. My youngest sister picked me up and brought me to a fair the other night. And actually, a woman from Ukraine, just in case she's watching, a woman from Ukraine draws a picture of a bird like that. It's real colorful. And she had a booth where she sold those paintings. And I took my camera on my phone and I took pictures of her works. And I decided I'd come home and try doing one of those birds like she painted. I like stuff with a lot of color, although I do have charcoals and black and whites. I've got a bunch of charcoals hanging along the wall from right here all the way back pretty much. And so when I'm not playing music for the last 3 days, I've been doing artwork. Both of them are very therapeutic to me. I like to do both. So that's not finished yet. I think I'm going to put it on TikTok the way it is. But all that white, I've got to fill it in with a different color. Because I just don't want no white up there. I want to blend it all in. I've got to come up with some color that'll blend in with the bamboo. And that'll be a background for the bird instead of the white. Just the white plain. But anyway, let me turn this fan off. It's really burning my eyes. Boy, now it sounds really quiet not having a fan blowing in my eyes, but I've got an air conditioner right here to my left if I get hot. Let me put some of these, by the way, you know, eye drops now are like $7 to $12 a bottle. And if you look in the bottles, if you want just lubricating drops, not the kind that's got tetrahydrozoline in it that gets the red out of your eyes. I know a man that I believe he died from that because somebody put it on his sandwich in Tennessee because they got mad at him, and this boy left everybody know that he went and put some eye drop. And I never knew this till I went on that job. I'm retired, been retired for 20 years, but I was on this welding job, and one of the bosses got the guys mad at him. And one guy said, I went and took some of those eye drops that you get the red out of your eyes. This is just lubricating. I'll tell you how to make your own in just a moment here. But he went and put some of that on his sandwich. And I was told that if you put just one drop of Visine, that's it, Visine with that tetrahydrozoline, I might not should tell y'all this. They said if you put one drop of that stuff on any food or in a glass of tea, you're going to be back and forth to the bathroom. But the danger about that, just like it shrinks the red blood vessels in your eyes even smaller so the red won't show, it will also shrink the aorta and your other veins and arteries going to your heart if you take it and ingest it in your mouth. And after they did that to that supervisor, people told on him and he was fired. But that man, that boss, died within like 2 days. So I don't know if it shrunk the aorta to his heart or what, but just like it shrinks those blood vessels, you're not to put Visine in your mouth. It's amazing some of the tricks people come up with on jobs, especially construction jobs. But no, yeah, eye drops are so high and costly now. So what I do, I buy a bottle of glycerin for about $4 or $5. You can get the glycerin, a whole bottle for $4 or $5, and you put 10 drops whenever your eye drops run out. You put 10 drops of glycerin and you fill the rest up with water. And when you put it in your eye, you won't feel no chlorine that was in the water treatment plant burn your eyes or anything. And it will lubricate your eyes. You'll have nothing but lubricating. All it will be was just vegetable-based glycerin, 10 drops, and water. And you'll never have to buy any eye drops ever again. You'll always have it. So when I run out, always just take 10 drops of glycerin, which one of those bottles of glycerin should last you a year or more. Just 10 drops and add water to it and you got eye drops. I mean, why should I go pay $12 and $15? And went to the dollar store the other night and they had eye drops for $10 and $12. And you know, the shelves were almost empty. And I thought, oh, people are stealing this. People are stealing it. They're not going to be paying that much for eye drops hardly unless you got a lot of money. And people that go to the dollar store usually are people that don't have much money. And when I saw all those eye drops missing from the shelf, I thought they're stealing. I've watched people go in a dollar store and walk right out moments later stealing. And when I called it to the attention of the cash register, they said, and this shocked me, oh, we can't do them anything. If it doesn't go over $500, it's not a felony. And they told us don't stop anybody because they might have a gun. And I thought, well, that means anybody can walk in here and just take what they want and leave if y'all not going to stop them. And they just look at you like that. Oh, I've had more than one employee tell me that. I can hardly believe it myself. It didn't even sound right. And at the Dollar Tree, the lady told me that they had a boy and he was stealing the stuff right in front of her. And he knew that unless it exceeded $500, it wouldn't be a felony. He was a teenage boy. And he looked at her and he said, the reason why I'm stealing this stuff is because you're watching me. And he got everything he wanted. He just walked out and left. You see, about a year ago, 68 Walgreens drugstores closed down in California, all because 40 and 50 people at a time walk in. They go to the cosmetics first with a big plastic bag and just start doing this, putting it in the bag. I'll be honest with you, it sickens my guts to watch people walk in and steal like that, when I know that other people are working so hard and we have to pay for their theft because they're going to up the prices on us for what we do buy legally and lawfully to pay for all that bunch that's stealing. And I think 68 stores had to close up because it didn't pay them to stay open with people coming in 40 and 50 at a time. And by the time you call the law, they're gone. They're in and out in like 1 minute or so. In and out about 1 minute. When I was a teenager boy, I met this guy who said that he robbed drugstores. He said what he does, he takes a block or so. He runs up to the drugstore and he breaks the window. He goes to the back shelf, opens up a plastic garbage bag and just does this. Gets all the drugs he can and he's out. All within like 1 minute. The police don't have time to get there. But you see, if they ever get caught, they're going to wish they never had done that, especially at a drugstore, because it will be a felony. It will be a felony breaking into a drugstore like that. But yeah, we're living in a world where, man, you can't lay nothing down. When I was a kid, you'd go sit out on the front porch and leave all the doors open, and nobody come in your place or anything, but not now. Oh no, not now. I'll tell you, even when I go out on my bicycle, if I take just a bicycle ride, I usually got one of those things that the policemen have that you wear on your pocket to where it films everything. Anybody comes in contact with me, it's going to film them, it's going to audio tape them. And I've got Bear pepper spray, not just pepper spray, but Bear pepper spray. You can spray that stuff in the next room and it'll run you out the house pretty much. When I see all these squatters and people don't know how to get the squatters out, all they have to do is take Bear pepper spray and spray it in the air conditioning outside. Those squatters will flee out then. They won't be able to stay in there. I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Maybe some of you have trouble with squatters. Maybe some of you are sick and tired of paying $8, $10, $15, $20 for eye drops. So anyway, the only thing it costed you was the time that I spent to teach you those things and save you some money. And save you some money. So anyway, let me but if you like me, sometimes if I get to listen to somebody play guitar and if I like hearing them, I don't like for them to stop and talk like I just now did. I don't like that. Usually I'll just turn and go somewhere else if they're going to talk too much. So let me start playing a few more songs. Now I'm starting to feel awake a little bit now that I put those lubricating drops in my eyes. Yes, but I don't use those drops that's got tetrahydrozoline in it. When I seen how that stuff, if it's used wrong, could kill you. Okay, Tennessee Whiskey. First time I heard this song was years ago. A guy pulled in a truck stop in a Jeep, and this song was playing, and I walked over and I said, "Sir, what is the name of that song you're playing?" And he said, "Tennessee Whiskey." I come home and I loaded it up on my phone. But for some of you who don't know this, there's an app called SoundHound. And if you're like, there's been times I've been in traffic and I got to stop at a red light. And I hear somebody next to me playing a song that I like. And I thought, boy, I'd like to know the name of that song. If I had SoundHound on my phone, all I got to do is just touch that app, hold my phone up, and my phone will hear that song playing. And it'll tell me the name of that song and who the original person is to that song. Isn't that neat? So some of you who didn't know that, SoundHound is a pretty good app. If you want to know what music other people play that you don't know the name of. Okay, Tennessee Whiskey. Sorry for all the chat. grace of God only, I don't drink. I don't drink no alcohol whatsoever. The only way alcohol has entered my body, now when I was a teenage boy, I tried it, and just by the grace of God only, I hated it. So I'm thankful God allowed me to hate it, because there wasn't all those sweet drinks of alcohol like there are today. Today, it's more easier to get addicted to alcohol because you've got coconut rum, mango rum, cotton candy vodka. You got all these sweet flavors. But when I was a kid, the only thing they used to use to mask the taste of harsh liquor that would burn going down would be tomato juice, and they called it a Bloody Mary. And I thought, what a name to call it, you know? Why not call it a Bloody Brenda? Why you gotta bring Mary into it? Let me turn this air conditioner on. But nowadays, because of all them sweet tastes, I am so glad there wasn't that stuff when I was a young kid, and I am so glad I didn't taste rum when I was a young kid, because Piccadilly's restaurant has a bread pudding, and they finally shared with me that rum sauce. They said you go to the French Market in New Orleans, and it's called Mama's sauce. And what it is, I'm sure they mix a little liquor with it, rum, because it's heavily rum flavored, and it's a thick yellow glaze. And I used to get on my motorcycle when I had one. This is the truth. When I was living in Alabama, I would drive like 45 miles into Huntsville, Alabama, just to go to Piccadilly's to eat that bread pudding with that rum sauce on it. And I thought to myself, boy, I'm so glad there wasn't this type of stuff when I was a young kid, because I'm afraid that if I could have tasted rum that would have tasted like that sauce on that bread pudding when I was a kid, I see how it would have been very easy to get addicted to alcohol. Very easy. So, even though I like this song, Tennessee Whiskey, by the grace of God only, I don't drink. I say by the grace of God only because I know it's just by the grace of God only. I don't, because I see how alcohol can be very, very addictive. And one other thing proved that to me. I went to the doctor when I was a young boy, and I was working on the space shuttle program at the time. I think I might have been 21 years old. I call that being a boy compared to my age now. And I went to this doctor, and I said, you know, I'm tired and sleepy all the time. I'm just run down. He said, I'm going to give you something that will grow hair on your chest. And he gave me something, and it looked like a whiskey bottle. I got it from the pharmacy. It was a prescription. And I think the name of it was Ganatrol. And it was like a red cough syrup. And when you drank it, it was filled with vitamins, all kinds of vitamins. But I noticed I got to where every morning I looked forward to getting up, because you had to pour it in the cap and take just a capful. And it got to where every morning I was looking forward to taking it, because I could feel a warmth go all the way down me when I drink that, just that little capful. And I read the ingredients one day, and they said it was 40% alcohol. Now I'm thinking the doctor told me that would grow hair on my chest, but so I got to thinking, I'm glad the liquor in my time that they sold in barrooms and all that. And usually the only time I ever went in one of those places was to play the pinball machine or to shoot pool. But I got to thinking, I'm glad they just didn't have all them candy flavors back then that they have today, because I could see it would have been much more easier for the youth, of my buddies and everybody, to really get into the alcohol thing. So anyway, so even though I like that song, it's not because I drink whiskey. Let's see, all by Mariah Carey I wanted to play before I close out tonight. If that phone goes dead on me, or sometimes when I'm playing it just goes out, it's because the battery's finally played out. I don't have it plugged in. If I knew I was going to play for many hours tonight, I'd plug it in, but I've got another phone just like it that I usually just take and put in its place, and I start the whole thing all over again. locate my hall. Locate my hall on Maria Carey. Here it is. No, that's the instrumental part. I need her singing. Here it is right here. And yeah, times have changed. It's like they make and manufacture everything now to be more delectable and appealing to mankind's appetite. I'm so glad God spared me of that vice of drinking. Oh, I'm so glad when I see what it's done to other people. Oh, I thank God so much for music. I tell you, music is so therapeutic to me. I could be feeling so bad, and I can listen to the right song, and it just changes my whole day. Music will lift you up out of depression. It'll do all kinds of good things for you. I mean, there is power in the right music. Now, there is such a thing as good music and bad music. There is bad music. Whenever you hear rap and they are demeaning women, calling them all kinds of names that you read on bathroom walls, because a lot of that rap music demeans women. It calls them all kinds of horrible names, and it glorifies drug abuse, alcohol abuse. Now, that is no good music. I try to make sure I never play nothing like that, and I try not to play nothing, by the grace of God, only it's got any kind of curse words in it. I don't want to be guilty of playing anything that got cussing in it. A lot of music does have that in it today. You know, you hear me playing a lot of old stuff, but you know, there's some people that really like this older music of the 70s. I had a taxi cab driver stop on Royal Street one night where I was playing in New Orleans. He ran over and gave me $1 or $2, and he said, "Man, I like listening to you play because of the old-fashioned music that you play." I try to play hits, you know, from the 60s and 70s and on back. But now I do play up-to-date stuff too that I hear and I like. And some of the songs I play has a little rap in it, but not exclusively just pure rap. I just don't. It's because it's really hard to find rap music that's clean. It's just hard to do it. And here was a song that people flipped over this song. When this song first came out, people flipped over it.
What would I do without your smile? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning. No kidding, I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm your magical mystery
You know, I just now come across a song that I've never played before in my life. No, this ain't it. Now watch me lose it. Yeah, I've lost it. If you don't click on something that they show you on the screen right away, I they had the title of a song that looked very appealing. It said "My Soul Blues Story," and I wanted to play that to see what it sounded like, but it'll go to something else real quickly after one song plays if you're not right on top of it. Well, here's another classic. Uh, Now this song here had 1,7,800,000,000. That means almost 2 billion people have looked upon and watched this lady sing this next song. It's a classic.
If I should stay, I will your way. So I go, but I'll think of you every step of the way.
classics before I shut it down. Let me make sure I'm still in tune. You see now that one was just a little off. Boy, I'm so glad for all these modern tuners now. When I was a kid, a strobe tuner was like over $500. Now you can get these nice D'Addario tuners for about $15. I've had other cheap ones. You can get them on Temu for about $5, $6. You just clip them on the end of your guitar. There you go. And sometimes it don't hurt to test it afterwards by ear. Sounds all right. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Try to. Oh, you know what? The only country music I've played tonight, I've been playing the blues more than anything. The only country music I've played was Tennessee Whiskey. So let me give you a couple country ones, because I have people that like country music as well as rock and everything else. And Ratsiv said hi. Hello, my friend. And 9 of you have given me a thumbs up. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. And let's see. Everybody that does subscribe, I'm not a monetary channel, so it's not going to put any money in my pocket if you do subscribe. But if you do, at least you'll know when I'm back on. It'll when I'm talking, everybody I've subscribed to, when they get online with a new video, whatever, I always just it comes across the top of my screen. The same thing that happened to you. If y'all care to hear any music played in the future on this channel, it'll let you know when I'm up live again. And I try to go live every day, except the last 3 days I've been doing artwork. So those are the two things. I'm retired and I just engage myself into those two things. If I'm not doing artwork, drawing, I'm playing guitar. And that's about it. And of course I read and study. But other than that, and I search for new songs. Now I forgot. You see, now I'm a very forgetful person. I'm sure age has something to do with that. Let's see, what was I going to play now? I forgot what I was going to play. Oh, a few country songs. I'm sorry about that. I'm very forgetful, and if you notice how I close my eyes, even when I'm playing in public, I keep my eyes closed. Because if I open them, I'm going to see people and their faces, and it distracts me. So that's why, whether I'm playing here or even out there, I always keep my eyes closed. And of course, when I'm playing out there, because I know I'm going to be closing my eyes, well, I don't see it now. I strap everything down with them real heavy duty. I strap my amplifier down, my PA system down. I strap everything down with these heavy duty zip ties. Because if you don't, you're playing in New Orleans and a guy who's hooked on heroin needs that next fix. He won't think nothing of running up there and grabbing your stuff. I've even had people try to pull that on me when they come from a casino and they lost their money. They're looking for something to hawk. I've had them stop by my van while I'm out in public playing in my van, and they grab my guitar and say, "Hey, let me look at it. Let me see what kind of guitar you got." And of course I don't, but I've got cameras in my van that's aimed towards the window. I had to learn all kinds of stuff. Whenever you play music out in public, you got to learn all kinds of stuff. And they show a guy on YouTube if you want to go see it. When I finish here, there's a guy on YouTube, and they show him playing. It looks like in France. He's playing music live, and he's got his money basket about 20 feet away from me. And he's been there no telling how long during the night to earn that little bit of money. And they show a guy just run up there, grab it, and take off with it. So when I play in the city, I've got a PVP pipe about that long, and it's got artwork painted all up and down it, like vines and flowers. and I've got 2 stainless steel pots that meet each other, and I've got them things bolted down, and I've got that thing strapped and screwed into that PV pipe, and that PV pipe is strapped with a number of these to my push cart, and I've got it right there by me. I play right next to my amp and stuff, and that way it gives me time if somebody comes up there and tries to grab my money